Air. Way too early for the fake. This that real game for real bros. No DECAFF, no cap. Welcome to Shogun Bros, no DECAFF. Live every weekday, 6:30 in the morning, Central Time. Did you hear what I said? Central Time. We talk dogs, bloodline building to yard work, from stud talk to the truth behind the pups. This ain't no highlight reel. It's how you really build legacy. Shogun Bros, no DECAFF. Pull up, pull up, handle yours. This ain't just content. It's culture. Welcome to the cookout with Toyo, where family vibes meet front porch truth. No scripts, no filters, just heart, heat, and hot plates. Ooh. Step up with elevated perspective, with elevated game for grown men and women building mind, spirit, and vision. And men at work with pimps over simps. Choice. Real convos, no cap, all purpose for the men behind the mission. 3 shows, 1 network, all gas, no DECAFF. Put no creamer in my man. Look, Shogun Unlimited, man. Press play and get, man. Come on, press play, press play.
Hey yo, the boy is great.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man. It is Wednesday, May 15th, man. 2025. What's going down, Dre?
Man, you already know, man. Can't call it my spoiler. Shogun Unlimited, binge-worthy content.
And we back in here like we left our what? Our wallet and keys. You know what to do, man.
Like
we got in the building. Yeah, we're in the building this morning, man.
First of all, man, it's the winner of winners, Art and Finish Kennels, the most winningest brother I done seen, you know what I'm saying, in the history of the digital dog show, digital dog
man.
Show. And yeah, man. Quick FC in the building. What's good, big dog, man? Them boys been here before the team started playing, man. Salute.
Yeah. Wes Walker was happening.
For sure,
Supreme.
Man. Wifey in the building.
Yeah. Salute. Yeah.
Brother Hemi.
Yeah.
Hemi, bro. That comment, Mr. Hemi, bro. That comment, Mr. Hemi. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know.
For sure, bro. Man, we had a different topic for y'all this morning, man, but we had to swap up the whole show because, man, like, look,
man.
my brother and I, we dealing with something special with a puppy we added to the camp.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, something that I didn't think about I didn't think about this until we thought about it, and it's happened a bunch of times.
Man,
Hemi, you a fool. Hemi James say fool, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, you know what it is, Hemi, man. We grown men over here, man. We just, you know, we just doing us, man. You know.
Yeah, man.
Salute, Hemi, man.
Good morning, man. Good morning.
Man, I rock with Hemi, man. But yeah, that brought us to the topic of the day, man. Do you believe in the blood, or do you believe in the breeder?
Yeah,
that is a question of the day, man. That's
it is,
man.
And I'm gonna share with y'all. I'm gonna share with y'all the lessons I've learned dealing with both, man.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with both, man.
Do you? Oh, okay. We gonna hold off on that.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, that's what, I'm gonna get into that. Like, we still got stuff to do, but like, I got stories on that.
Who is that right there, man? That look like Chainsaw, man.
That is Chainsaw, man. That is Chainsaw, man. He is owned by none other than City Boys.
Yeah, that's a household name over here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey. That dog
Salute.
Yeah. He remind me of one of them Pitbull City dogs, man.
Yeah.
Hold up. Stop the show.
What's up?
Hey, the owner and CEO of Voodoo Hog Dogs in the building. What's good, Faith?
Hey.
Yeah.
What's
man.
happening?
Look, man, Faith, you doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, man. We proud of you.
Yeah.
Samurai Kennels in the Shogun Army, we proud of you. And keep on board, Alpha girl. Keep on board,
Yes,
Alpha.
sir. Man. Then man, we got a two-timer here, man. Yes, sir. That's that MKM Bottoms, man. Yes, sir, man. That boy, he coming with it, man.
Yeah, he bringing that thunder.
He is coming with it.
Bringing that thunder. Ooh,
yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
And
drop that link real quick for him, Big A. Drop that link for Dog of the Week, man. Make sure everybody has the opportunity, you know.
Yes, man, because it's today is the last day. Wait,
no, tomorrow, today's Wednesday.
Oh, I think today Thursday. Man, you got 2 days.
It did feel like a Thursday though. Like
it did, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like the energy got it going. I'm like, oh, it feel like Thursday. But another question though, what do you believe makes the biggest difference? The blood or the breeder, man? The blood or the breeder, man?
Yeah, we're gonna cook on this one today, man. We got to discussing it. It was I think it was Monday afternoon we got to discussing this. No, it was yesterday. It was yesterday, man. You know, I was doing my
we were talking, and that's what made me had to go. I had to go dig in the crates, you know.
Yeah.
Man.
Miss McFarland in the building. Salute, Queen.
Hey,
salute.
She on the road on the way to work, man.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
Sir.
And do like she said, man, stop being a chump. Hit the like button. I don't care if you like me or not. If you watching the show, obviously something brought you over here. Like it. You know what I'm saying? You like it, man. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell y'all a secret about something, man. This is how a lot of my supporters do, man. A lot of my supporters start off like this. I could not stand Kendrick Lamar when he came out. Okay, in the face that she's gonna be, yes, ma'am, I got you. Just hit me up. I could not stand Kendrick Lamar until that song came out, Love. On like this, I think it was his second album or something like. Don't get me twisted. Don't get me lying. But anyways, so I couldn't stand it, right? I can't stand this. Why is everybody playing Kendrick Lamar? Why is everybody playing this dude around me?
Yeah.
And it did the same thing with Meek Mill. Like, why are they playing this dude around me? I don't like this dude, bro.
Yeah.
You start listening to him, you can't help but like him because the flow was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you start off as a hater, like I was a hater, you know what I'm saying? And it changed. And that's exactly what be happening to these ghost watchers that be coming through here. They be watching it, looking for a flaw, and then what ended up happening is we be dropping straight diamonds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no more educational show about these dogs in this little circle. I ain't gonna call it a community. This little circle we got. Ain't nobody dropping more knowledge than us. Period. Straight up like that. I don't care who your favorite channel is. They're not dropping more knowledge consistently on a daily basis. They're not more interactive. They definitely ain't more positive than us. You know what I'm saying? So run tell that. But anyways, back to the show at hand. Let's go.
Yeah, back to the show at hand, and we're going to jump down to that Bushido code of the day, and that is your GI. And GI stands for integrity, man. A man without integrity is like a ship without a rudder. Man, let me say that one more time, man. A man without integrity is like a ship without a rudder. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me. Aaron, that was fire. Let me tell you something you just did, bro. And that's twice you've done that with the Shogun code today. It's just ye. When you put yo in front of that, you're speaking Hangul. Yogi is go there.
Yes.
So like when I was in Korea and I would get in a taxi, I would say Yogi.
Yeah.
Chogi, Chogi Songtan.
Yeah.
Go there to Songtan bus station, right? And so, what the beef that those two countries got, I think it's funny that I thought it was funny that you said it like that. But hey, shout out to the game.
Yeah. And let's jump to that quote of the day, man. Genetics load the gun. Environment pulls the trigger. How do you feel about that?
Man,
genetics load the gun. Environment pulls the trigger. Man, how y'all feel about that in the chat, man?
Man, that boy cooking this morning, man. Walnut, PA in the building, man. Salute, big bro. Walnut, PA.
Yeah.
Shona, what's good, big dog?
Hey, salute.
Quan Raw in the building. Salute.
Man.
RVG Lone Wolf. Runway with the Wolves. Come back leading the pack.
Yeah.
Tim Hendricks in the building.
Man.
Brother Supreme in the building. Oh, Honda. You're coming in a Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But that was profound too, man.
Yeah.
You said genetics loads the gun, but environment pulls the trigger.
Yep.
Got to be more careful.
Man, we got heavy one today too, man. So let's get to these shows around the nation, or should I say around the world, man, because in New Jersey, in the tri-state area, man, we got the Tri-State APBTC in New Jersey, and they'll be hosting 3 confirmation shows, 2 weight pools at Salem County Fairgrounds in Woodstown, New Jersey, man. If you want more information, contact Marissa via the ADBA website. On the 23rd through the 25th, we got Bulldogs of the Rockies in Colorado. They'll be hosting 3 confirmation shows, 2 weight pools, and 2 top dog athletic events at Adams County Fairgrounds in Brighton, Colorado, man. Hit up Sam. What's up?
I'm sorry, Big A. Before you go on to the next one, let me plug this one in too. I'm gonna see your picture if you can drop it for me for the Arizona brothers. Please.
Yeah.
It's that same weekend.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I say, man. That's why I say I just stick to the website, man, because a lot of stuff.
Okay, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So, where we at? We in Brazil, man. If anybody trying to go down there, man, shit, that'd be what's up. But we got the Abra Pit Brazil. We'll host 3 confirmation shows at Sierra Brazil. Contact the abrapit@gmail.com for further details. Jumping down to the last day in May, man, we got the Great Lakes PBC in Michigan, and they'll be hosting 2 confirmation shows at Full Circle Farms in Holly, Michigan. Contact Amanda for further details via the ADBA website, man. And that's all we got for May, man. Yes, sir.
Show.
Yeah, man.
And then we got the Trapper Days out here on the 24th of May. You know what I'm saying? I'll be out there. Y'all come through, holler at us in Taylor, Arizona. You know what I mean? It's a good time. Wall climb event will be there. Slap mill race will be there. If you think you got that smoke, see me on that slap mill. You know what I'm saying? You know, salute me or shoot me, but you got to beat me to talk that jump. You know what I'm saying? You got to beat me to talk that jump. And that's how I feel about that, man. I love the confirmation side of things, man, but I really, really enjoy when they have the performance stuff there. Because you trying to put up, shut up, run your dogs, not your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You know how it goes.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. But let's jump to the food nutritions of the day, man. We're going to lightly roll over this one today, man. The nutrition's role in bringing out the best out of your bloodline. Lean beef, protein for muscle development. Fish oil supports brain development and coat health. Eggs support stamina and skin health. Yes, sir. That's it.
Yeah, man. And like I said, if you're feeding the eggs, especially if you're feeding raw, watch the poop. If the poop gets black, it should have some kind of brown hue to it. If it gets black, you're overdoing it on the eggs. It could be a sign of too much calcium and some other things that are coming from the eggs. So just a heads up on that. I'm not big on medically checking a lot of stuff unless the dog needs it or it's going to somebody else. But there's a lot of things that I've just learned over time to check. Poop is too green, it's an infirmity. Poop is too black, it's an infirmity. Poop is that blood in the stool, infirmity. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things you just gotta just look at. Just look at your dog. You know. So salute to you on that, Big A.
Mm-hmm. What about this show right here, man?
Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah,
man. That's the nationals. You know, that's the ADBA national. That is championships. The championships.
Yeah, man. There we go. Yes, sir.
Thank you, big bro. That's Trapper Days, y'all. That's where I be at, man, in Taylor, Arizona.
Okay.
Best red nose, best condition, junior handler, judge's choice, best brindle, best puppy, 9 to 14 months, best puppy, 8 months, and then obviously, they'll have the confirmation shows. Actually, Big A, I got another picture. Nate sent me the what the award's gonna look like.
Okay.
And he said, shout out to the Shogun Army for our contributions to helping procure and set up the show, man. Shout out to Nate Hardy out of Oklahoma.
Hey,
There's a lot of people don't realize, man. We do a lot for the game, man. We do a lot for the game, so the game gives it back, man. We appreciate the game, but everybody ain't able, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying what everybody can and can't do, but we talk about it and then we do it. We talk about it and then we do it. So I think these are really cool. I ain't seen no plaques like this, but since it's the Howard Hansel Classic, Big A, I just sent it to you. If you could be such a generous host and post that so brothers can see what they'll be winning if they win one of the fun shows out there, along with the ribbons. The ribbons aren't on that picture, but I mean, I would assume you know what a ribbon is.
Yeah.
Also, man, my sister Tip said the same thing that I be thinking. Saying all y'all ain't members, but be sending super chats, man. Go ahead and get that $1 membership, man. It costs $1 a month. You know what I'm saying? I bet you spend more than that just to have internet access to come watch us. You know what I'm saying? Watch us be great. But, man, I'm gonna drop that link in there. You do what you want to with that information, but it's some real ones. You know what I'm saying? We got Jack Hallman, we got Mae Mori Nagayoshi, we got Bloodthirst in the building, man. Real man,
Hey man, hey, that Melee boy. Hey man, Melee man. Ooh, he on the come up, man. He making moves.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. He about to be one of the premier breeder on the Eastern Seaboard. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
And I ain't saying no more than that because he didn't give me permission to say no more. I probably should have said that, but
yeah. I didn't even want to say that. I just wanted to say he was just on the come up. Making moves, man. Everybody, a lot. Hey, man, the springtime, a lot of people, it just, man, a whole bunch of litters just be hitting the ground, man.
Yep. And so this is one of the plaques right here that behind the scenes. I think it's a really good looking plaque. You know what I mean? It's something I would want to take home. But I know for a fact right now I'm not winning the wall climb, and I don't got kennel blindness. But when it comes to that slap meal, you're gonna have to beat the brakes off of me. You're gonna have to beat the brakes off of me to take that home for that slap meal race, man. And Nate got this thing on his where it clocks it so you can see the distance you traveled and all that stuff, man. It's real nice setup, man. Salute.
Man. So let's dive into the topic of the day.
Hold on, just a second. Let me say about my sister Faith, man. Faith, we appreciate you. Take care of the kiddos, and y'all be safe out there in the woods. Salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and cook.
Okay. Let's cook, man. Do you believe in the blood or the breeder? The power of the blood, man. Let's talk about that, man.
Let's talk about it. Hey, y'all drop your answers to that question in the chat because this is an interactive episode right here. I got my thoughts. PK got his thoughts, man. Y'all got y'all thoughts. They're not gonna align. I don't want them to align because everybody has had different experiences. That's real.
Yep. Yeah, okay, man.
PK, first off, what's your thoughts on it? Do you believe in the blood or the breeder?
Okay. I want to just talk about the blood for right now. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get to the breeder, and then we'll divvy, compare the two. So the blood carries a name, I guess you could say, per se, as far as the name, the name itself, which can be fan driven or hype driven. And then, a lot of stuff could be watered down, it's a lot of Red Boy Jocko out there. So if you were to get a Red Boy Jocko dog, what variation of that would you have, and a lot of that goes into the breeder, I believe. But that's just me, speaking on the blood. What about you?
I'm glad you said that because you kind of stole my thunder with that Red Boy Jocko comment, but I'm gonna get back to it. Look, okay. In my lifetime, I've owned a Red Boy Jocko dog from Carl Cruz, or down off of his stuff. It came one hand over. My mentor, when Carl Cruz, my mentor, me, right?
Yeah.
Direct son off of Monsoon Rolex, which is direct son of Cruz Rocky. Okay, that close. You know what I'm saying? He's in my second generation. Carl Mims in my third and fourth generations. I had a dog named down off of his Jigs dog named Psycho. Seen that kind of Red Boy Jocko. Okay, I have a red Boy Jocko dog. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a no-name breeder, Pedro Fuentes Red Boy Jocko. We have a dog named Artie at Apache Kennels that is pure Waccamaw Red Boy Jocko.
Yeah.
And let me go back. So Cream is got that Burns influence on him, Red Boy Jocko. So when I tell you I've dealt with a lot of Red Boy Jocko dogs, I'm telling you this right now. Hands down, rest in peace, the best Red Boy Jocko dog I ever put my hands on was from Carl Cruz. Hands down. Yeah. And not only did I get to see that dog, but because my mentor had a line of dogs just off of Carl Cruz, I was able to see the Carl Cruz stuff versus Carl. Let me dial it back. Carl Mims dogs were the best ones I had. But he had a line of Carl Cruz and a line of Carl Mims, and he would intertwine them together. Okay? The Carl Mims dogs performed like I like. They were hard biting, rough and tough dogs. And as far as gameness, I'm not gonna judge gameness because I don't have a gauge for you on that. But all the stuff I do, the Carl Mims dogs was it. The Carl Cruz dogs was a close second. They were a little bit more robust. Like them dogs were more robust, and they I would say conformationally they looked a little bit better. But they weren't performing like them ugly Mims dogs that my cousin had. You know, he had a black and white Mims female, fire, named Psycho. She tattooed on my chest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So got that. Okay. Then we got the Burn stuff. The Burn stuff ain't have a lick of mouth. It was everything I thought a Red Boy dog should be, but nothing what I thought a Red Boy Jocko dog should be. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. Gamey though. You know, based on the people that own him, gamey. All right. Then we had the Ready Red stuff. Okay. The Ready Red stuff is like industry standard Red Boy Jocko of today. Just a super hot, super loud, screaming dog. But I would say they were kind of dumb game. Like the other dogs I had were actually had some level of intelligence. They were still loud, but they were not dumb game. I would say the Red Boy, the Ready Red stuff is super ready to go. It like I'm talking about like a puppy off the truck fish grease. You know, hottest fish grease. But it's more gold than brains. You know what I'm saying? It was more gold than brains, man. You know, a lot of these guys, they don't like me telling their business. You know, rest in peace to the ones that are passed away. But we talking about blood and breeder. I'm tell you why I say breeder. Okay. So the question was asked,
breeder yet?
Okay. So those are examples of blood. Okay. Let me dial it back. Now, okay. Let me give you the example of the Eli blood. I haven't had as much Eli blood because I work on Red Boy Jocko. Yeah. So I told y'all the first dog I had, his name was Rocky. Of the Eli or the Chinaman strands of dogs. And Rocket was a protection dog without me having, I didn't know how to train back then. Now, you know what I'm saying? I was 20 years old, 21 maybe, when I got Rocket. And that dog naturally was a protector. He was all the stuff I'm trying to make now with Old Yellow Line, that dog was that naturally. Like no work put into him whatsoever. All I do was feed him, keep him warm, and clean him up, you know, from the yard I got him from. I got way over. And so the dog naturally would growl at people I didn't like. The dog would naturally follow me. I told you this. The dog was a good worker, a hard worker. He worked at everything. He would jump, he was tough. All the fun stuff that people like to do with their dogs. This dog did all that stuff. He did it with high level of vigor. You know what I'm saying? Everything like y'all see Saki doing, right? Yeah. And so with this one, I would say the blood did stand out because I went and found the closest thing I could to a Chinaman dog, which was a Garner bred dog. And I bought Bacardi, because she was heavy influence on Garner stuff, you know, a couple outs, but pretty much Garner's Spike and Garner's Frisco. Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, cool. Then I need to go find another strand of Eli. I was looking for Maverick because that dog Rocket was Eli Maverick or Chinaman Maverick. And so I was looking for Maverick. I didn't find Maverick, but I found Deep Red Boy Rascal. You know what I'm saying? With the Bully Son stuff in there, you know, just like Maverick with the Bully Son stuff. And I put it together. And because the last dog I had bred like that, didn't care where it came from. The last dog I had bred like that, acted like that. So what I'm telling you is, with the Red Boy dogs, their different strands of Red Boy was different for me. But the strands of the Eli, Chinaman, Bully Son, that stuff, putting together in a similar manner, I got similar results. That's all I'm saying about that.
Yeah, man. So now let's talk about the power of the breeder.
Mhm.
You know, genetics is just a potential, like the breeder must unlock. So I feel like for me, I trust the breeder more than the blood. And I feel like it's both at the same time, but I trust the breeder more than I trust the blood. So I got a question for you, Dre.
All right, what's up?
Okay, let's say, I don't know, Cruz. You go to Cruz to get a dog, and Cruz is running. He got a completely different yard, and he been running that yard for a while. And would you get a dog from him?
Yeah.
Would it would, without knowing the line or anything? If he had a dog, you would get a dog from him, right?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, your mentor. If your mentor lost everything, he started completely over or just ran a completely different line, and you catch him 5 generations down the line, you pop up on him, you need a dog, he's got dogs, would you get a dog?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's part of the reason why I say, like, man, like, I look at the dog, but at the same time, like, I believe it's the breeder at the same time, because it's a lot of things that skill, the education, the experience, and all of that stuff that they have, and I believe it's an art to it, and everybody can't repeat, like, you know what I'm saying? They say, like, what do they say, like, to the champs or somebody who overcame something? Okay, you did it once, but can you do it again? Yeah. You got that number 1 hit, but can you make another hit? Do it again. You know what I'm saying? You're a one-hit wonder. And when you run across breeders that consistently hit, they consistently hitting, they got that, you know what I'm saying? And you could, it's like, you could take 2 pups out of one litter, and put them in 2 different hands, and those dogs end up 2 completely different ways, and part of it could be the dog and the personality, but a lot of it falls into the hands that the pup, goes on the hands that the pup falls into.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let me say this, man. So Quick made a very profound statement. He said, I'm gonna say blood because I'm new to the American Pit Bull Terrier. I like what I have. Maybe I got lucky to the circumstances. Okay, so Quick, let me tell you what brought up this conversation. All right, so in the last 5-6 years, right? I had about 8 different dogs on my yard, and one of the things I realized was I would tell people what I was looking for, and out of the 6 different breeders I've dealt with over the last couple of years, only 2 of them were able to give me what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? And the other ones where it was just, hey man, it's a pure Red Boy Jocko dog, did not meet my criteria at all. That's why I be bashing the Red Boy Jocko dog so hard. It's probably not even the dog's fault. And so Big A is going through something similar now with a new pup that we got on the camp, and it's like, man, like, it's okay. This dog is bred very, very similar to the old Yeller stuff. Very, very similar to old Yeller stuff, but it don't train as good. You know what I'm saying? And it's focused. It's not the same thing. I'm like, okay. So here's the case where the blood is close enough that it shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The blood is close enough that it shouldn't matter, and we seeing differences. You know what I'm saying? And this is where, like, this is more of an internal discussion. I won't go into too much detail, but this occurred real time. This happened in real time. You know what I'm saying? That's why we had to change the whole stuff. This wasn't even today's subject originally. We had to change the whole subject because we're trying to genuinely share and receive information about this topic.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And another thing is, the yard imprint, and I believe The dog takes on the personality of the owner. Owner somewhat takes on the personality of the dog, and the yard follows suit. So, definitely, you'll get that from. What's up?
It me getting you, bro.
Huh?
It me getting you, bro. It me say, I knew Big A was gonna cheat. I would have said a breeder with his own family bloodline.
Man.
Oh no, constant pressure came through with that. Like he always do, man.
Yeah.
Man, home of the real American Pit Bull Terriers, the real. Because the breeder is put in place to keep the traits honest. Once they're no longer honest, it's the breeder's job to do something different, no matter the blood. Hey, that's big facts. And let me tell you right now, because there was something I forgot to say about that. The reason why when Big A asked me would I still go to cruise if he had another line of dogs, or would I go to my cousin, my mentor, if he had another line of dogs, this is the truth, y'all. Mm-hmm. I know their culling process. Mm-hmm. I know their culling process. I know for a fact, I don't care what they start with, they're gonna get better results because they culling process it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. Like they're like, bro, like if it's substandard, you won't even know they had the dog on their yard. That's all I gotta say about that. If it's substandard, you will not even know they had that dog on their yard.
Yeah, man. And then, it was a situation back in the day, man, where an old school guy said he had some dogs and he was about to do some work with the dogs, and one dog didn't put any work into the dog or anything, and when he was asked, he said, I trust the blood. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean?
Okay, so
if somebody says they just trust the blood, what does that mean?
Okay, so I gotta share this story with y'all a little more detail because Big A told us y'all, but he didn't give y'all the ideology behind it. So no dogs bred, trained, and sold for any legal purposes, but this does have to do with the history. So it's an educational purpose story only. So growing up, one of my mentors bought a dog from a well-known breeder, and he raised it, conditioned it without ever schooling. This dog never had a tooth in it. Put it in the box, and the dog won in an hour and some change. Right? I'm talking about best in show win, like destroyed the other dog. And my mentor was like, man, he was like, bro, he was like, I said, wait, why would you do that? Like, you taught me to school them and make sure they wear betting on. I trust the blood. Where this dog came from, I trust the blood. That's an example of the complete opposite of what I'm saying. And that's why I like how Hemi said, no answer's right or wrong. It depends on your experiences, bro. Mm-hmm. And it also depends on what your standard is. Because I'll tell you right now, most people that come to me for a dog, because I'm so new and they're usually newer people. It's I've had a couple older guys come to me too, but most people want this. They want what they see on the internet, what they see on TV. They want a dog that is going to bark at other dogs at the show, is gonna, act the fool, pull on the chain, and that's okay. Like that's what they want to see. Yeah. So really, all that training stuff that I be talking about doesn't matter to the average person with an American Pit Bull Terrier. Doesn't. They don't care in the least. You know what I'm saying? So it's
like cars, Dre. You like what you like.
Yeah, you like what you like. Yep. Until you drive something better.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You could have started off with that Impala and then you got a Crown Vic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I see what you did there, but you could start off with that Mustang and end up with an Impala. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can, But yeah, man. So it's a matter of okay. And you don't. Once again, I didn't know American Pit Bull Terrier could do the things that I'm doing now until I got that dog from a specific breeder. But I've owned over 10 dogs from Wade Yarborough in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So because of that, and out of his dogs, only one of them showed me what that dog showed me. All of them was hot. They were all hot as fish grease. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every one of them was hot as fish grease. But only one of them showed me the level of intelligence that I'm talking about. And once I saw that it was possible, that's my standard now. You know what I'm saying? That's my standard. Like, and once again, I got to go to this breeder because out of all the puppies in his litter, he might have one that represents that level of intelligence.
Okay, so I have a question then.
Yeah.
What is more dangerous? A breeder who believes only in the blood, or one who thinks they can make magic with anything?
You trying to call me out? All right, so
nah, dude.
I'm gonna say the one that I am is more dangerous. Okay. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. I'm putting myself out there, man. Let the internet have this nigga tear me cat raggedy. I don't care. I'm still gonna do what I do. Beat me. Run your dogs out your mouth. Beat. But look, so this is it. Okay. I believe the most dangerous is the one that thinks they can take anything and do anything, right? I'm like, those are my exact words that I was talking to Big A yesterday. I was like, look, man, I don't care where it comes from. If I get it and I focus on that dog, it's gonna do what I want it to do. That's how cocky I am. And I really don't be talking like that on the internet, like on that level of cockiness. That's what I truly believe. So when people be offering me puppies, I'm like, your bloodline doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who it comes from. I'm a good trainer. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like saying those things. I just like showing those things. But like for the purpose of today's education, it needs to be under. Y'all need to understand the real Dre a little bit more to understand where I be coming from certain stuff. I don't care how you bred that dog. I don't care how scatterbred that dog is. It's gonna be great in my hands. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So when I take a dog from somebody, it's a great honor for me that they would even let me get their blood. But it's also a great honor for them because I'm gonna push look at the dogs I got. You didn't know those breeders until I got their dogs. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like when that dog touched my hands, that's money. You feel me? Like I never saw Apache Kennel's name before I found Apache Kennel. I never heard none of y'all say THK. No, y'all still don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? But let me just put it that way. So that's rant over. I'm just saying what I say. So I think that's the most dangerous because I've been blessed and fortunate or lucky, whatever you want to call it, enough that I've been doing well with the dogs put together where I put them together. However, you know what I'm saying? Other people have other experiences, and my experience is not to tell you how to do it. I'm just sharing with you my ideology. If you agree with my ideology, then we'll get along. If you disagree with my ideology, beat me and prove that yours is better. But other than that, there's no discussion.
Yeah.
Let me see this real quick. Constant Pressure Kennel said, "Trust in the blood will get you embarrassed when it's time to go hunt." It's all don't care what the paper says. Hey,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Man, let me try this thing, Big A.
Yeah, it's about the dog that's standing before you.
Because this brother constant pressure is dropping gold and diamonds and platinum. He even dropping some of that money that's backed by natural resources like fuel and stuff. You know, he's dropping a wealth of knowledge this morning, y'all. A wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
He's dropping that kind of knowledge that got Gaddafi killed. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So do you think it's a red flag when people market their bloodline heavily? That's the forefront. Okay.
No, good. And I'm gonna tell you why. Maybe their blood is that like I said, but Mr. Mims and Mr. Cruz both, anything that came off of them, because I've seen enough of the different variations, you know what I'm saying? I've seen the jigs, I've seen the Ritz dogs, you know what I'm saying? I've seen the Fiddlefoots, you know, all of them dogs. I saw those dogs. So it didn't matter what strand of his stuff he had, whether it was heavy Snooty influence, whether it was the 3/4 Red Boy Jocko stuff, whether it was 3/4 Red Boy Snooty stuff, it was all it didn't matter which strand it came off of because it came from him. You know what I'm saying? Still within the same family as the dogs, man. But nah, man. I'm all over that one, Big A. Go ahead. What's your thoughts on that?
Oh man, I don't know, man. Like I say, for me, being able to, you know, I stay within my region wherever I'm at, you know, in the nation. So they kind of, I have like a certain checks and balances that I go through to try to keep things at a minimum. So, you know, investigate. You know what I'm saying? Investigate. You know, if it, you know, like I say, man, it would have to be something that really catch my eye, and then I would look further into it. You know, and if I can, if I can't get in contact, I can't reach out, you know, in the whole deal, then I'll look somewhere else because it's already, you know, showing me signs that you know, it could be messy, or it just might not be worth making it happen. Something, you know, a lot of times when I try to force stuff, I always, you know, cut myself short of the bigger picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we ain't gonna please everybody, man. It's someone gonna watch the show. They'll watch the show until we retire, and we'll never hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? But that's the ones that really love us, man. It doesn't matter if you like it or not, man. I'm still getting that view. You still getting me paid. Now watch the commercials from the background. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And watch the commercials from the background. Sucker.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I'm just focused, man. Focused, man. Yeah, bro. What do y'all, you know, let's go to the chat, man. What do y'all really think about everything, man? Like, you know, at the end of the day, if I don't know, if you were to look at your mentor, and I'm talking about everybody, if somebody has that real influential mentor and they've really given you a lot of game or whatever, and you lost your dogs, you started your yard over, they started their yard over, and you don't know what they're running, but you know them. You know what they want out of the dogs, you know their whole process, you know, of everything from the beginning to the end. Without knowing the bloodline, would you get a dog from them?
Yeah, I'm very biased when it comes to that too, because like I'm big on, bro. I'm forever gonna deal with Apache, because Apache is I told him this. I'm like, you're one of the few older dog men that I can tolerate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care where the knowledge coming from, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your hind parts is on your shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care, bro. Care nothing about none of that, bro.
Yeah, he's so laid back and cool, man. Like, man, he like, you can feel like, you know, the weight of his presence when he around, man. He just so laid back and cool, and man, just give you the information you need, man. You know.
Okay, so what else? That's a good question. He said, what if the breeder never had working experience with the family of dogs? Let me explain something to you, bro. And this is a real statement. I don't need to have any experience with that line of dogs. All I need is the stories. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. When I decided to put together the old yellow dogs, all I needed to know was, okay, what dogs bite and what dogs have intelligence. And it was a consistent thing throughout the community that polio dogs display a level of intelligence that is very, very, that's a trait that I would say people have taught me just through stories, not even owning a polio dog. And then as far as excited biters, man, I went on a pit bull forum and looked up excited biters, and Bully Son and Chinaman came up. So, and it was very consistent on every forum I went to. Okay, Chinaman was an excited biter. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's read the letter, and you've heard that video where it says Chinaman was excited biter. You know, he came in as a puppy. He was worming from Dr. Woods, and all the background story on stuff on Chinaman, right? And so, without ever having working experience with them dogs, those traits were generally accepted by the community. Everything I've learned about Red Boy Jocko dogs that the community said, I've owned the Red Boy Jocko dogs, and the stories lined up. So I correlated, okay, if everybody, East Coast, West Coast, down south, out of the country, saying this about the Red Boy Jocko dogs, I'm not gonna say it's true, but it's a high probability. And that's the same way I look at, like, even if I don't know this bloodline of dogs, if I trust the men telling the stories, or another thing I look for is if two people that don't agree tell the same story, typically the truth is somewhere in there. Like, okay, like right now, it's a brother that got a dog for me. We don't like each other, but he's still not saying the dog is bad. Okay, that's a good indicator for me. It's just like for some of y'all, I don't know if y'all ever dated girls in high school. I don't know what your sexual orientation is. I'm giving an example of what I mean by that. Without ever knowing what you got, you know what I'm saying? You go lay down with a woman out of wedlock or whatever as a kid, and you piss her off. You're gonna know exactly what your pipe game is like. She gonna tell you if she's mad at you and she still don't bring up, oh, you small pipe and you a minute man. If she don't bring that up, you really put it down to the point where it's irrefutable. And it's the same thing with the breeding game. If you put down a breeding like that, that's irrefutable. That's what it is. Hey, Big, let me let Game Breaker here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Game Breaker, welcome to the panel, brother.
What's going on, man? What's going on, brothers?
Man, what's good, big dog?
What's on?
Boy, y'all boys over the pot, man. Y'all boy breaking y'all wrist this morning. Ain't y'all boy cooking, eh?
A little bit, man. Just a little bit, man. Me and Dre was chopping it up yesterday, man, and this came up. We was like, yeah, let's.
Hey, man, y'all on a real touchy subject. Real touchy subject right here.
Yeah.
I just say this right here. Even with the breeder, I believe in both, but that's touchy. I'm gonna go a little bit more on the blood though, because even the breeder, a good breeder, he's still using some type of genetics or a dog that he's basing his program off of. You feel what I'm saying? So it's still the blood. It's still the blood though.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's touchy though. You can go either way. You know what I'm saying? I done seen it work either way. And in all different type of instances where you got a good family of dogs in the hands of a bullshit dog man, and they don't look that good. And you got some dogs that's not better than the one the ones that I just explained, but they look way better. So man, it's just that's a real touchy subject. But I'm gonna stay on blood because the blood is what the dog's based off of. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The pit bull terrier is the pit bull terrier for a reason, and that holds a certain genetic trail on his own. You know what I'm saying? But when you say that, that's why it's so tricky. When you say that, it's the breeders, some breeders who have made this trail available and kept this trail clean so we all can walk it. So it's touchy, man. It's real touchy.
What about Kobe then?
Kobe was a breeder, you know what I'm saying? A world-renowned breeder. But
exactly.
But what is he breeding though? Was he breeding Dobermans or was he breeding pit bull terriers though? You see what I'm saying?
Roger that.
He breeding pit bulls. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, but at one point in time, would you say that damn near Kobe is in every dog today? Damn near, like a tricklet, a driplet or something like that. Damn near.
Yeah,
I think.
because all the dogs gonna go back once you really do your research, fully do your research on 100%. Well, you might not never be able to see 100% of the dogs, but I just say once you do your real vast research on a lot of the dogs, all the dogs gonna go back to Kobe. Right. They gonna have that. They gonna have that. What's that dog? The Fighting Peter and all those dogs back there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see that. So yeah.
So with that being said, would you say that Kobe had a artistic, like he added his artistic element to these dogs?
Yeah, but I also
his
can
imprint. His imprint is in these dogs. I
can also see when you look at when you go back and just really study the pedigrees. All he's doing is take his lines, you know what I'm saying? He's doing what any other smart breeder would do. He's targeting, you know what I'm saying? He's taking the best representatives that represent the dogs that of the past, you know what I'm saying, to bring it along. You feel what I'm saying?
But if you have a number one hit, can you do it again? And this is just my perception and how I look at it. He excelled at what he did.
Yeah,
he excelled more than than the people of his time and era. For the most part, I from the information I know, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But from what I understand, you know what I'm saying. So obviously, like everybody plays in the NBA,
right?
But you got, you know what I'm saying. We'll always talk about Michael Jordan.
Right.
We'll always talk about Magic Johnson. We'll always talk about these, you know what I'm saying, these people that are forever be legendary. And it's a reason why. And that's why I believe in the breeder too. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the breeder,
right, because
for me more than the blood. But go ahead.
Behind Jordan, you got Phil. You know what I'm saying? Even at the collegiate level, you still had the coach. What was the North Carolina coach name?
Dean.
Dean.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you had Dean Smith and you got Phil. But you still got Jordan too, though. You feel what I'm saying? Jordan, even though he had to put in the work and to prove himself, Jordan is Jordan, though. You feel what I'm saying? Now with the help of Phil and the other ones, you get the real standout. You feel what I'm saying? You get to see this dog in systems and what was y'all saying earlier? You get to see this person in the environment to let him shine. So
I mean, like, you know, and I mean, it's a personal preference, but
then, okay, we're gonna stick on this Jordan. You gotta remember that freshman game, even though Jordan went through the whole season or whatever, Jordan got put in as a freshman. You know what I'm saying? When it's on the line, and when it was on the line, he came through though. You feel what I'm saying? So they're just saying, like, you get a dog, you think you got Jordan out here. You know what I'm saying? And his pedigree say Jordan, and you think he Jordan. Well, when you get in that situation and he don't perform like Jordan, you don't supposed to be calling him Jordan no more.
Well, without a doubt.
You call him Jeff Jordan. You know?
But I will say this. Okay, let's say that you have that Jordan and you put Jordan into a regular breed or a newcomer breeder or a regular breeder or someone who thinks they can do something with anything per se and doesn't have that experience, but they have the mentality to take. Or would you rather or would put a Jordan in Kobe's hands? Which one do you think would be better?
Of course, putting a Jordan in the more experienced hands. You know what I'm saying? That shows you, like, when you say that, I automatically think of Phil. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But like that, we always say, a good dog is where you find it at. Just because nobody got the Jordan don't mean Jordan ain't Jordan though. He just in a situation where you can't see it at. You feel what I'm saying? Or the light ain't shined on him. But I can go on the side of the road out here and tell a good dog and know it's a good dog. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just what it is.
Yeah, but the game is basketball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can you play the game?
Yeah, can you play the game? Yeah, that's a fact.
Can you excel at the game?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can you win? You got one win. Can you do it again? Can you do it again? Can you do it again?
I would say
trade teams. Can you do it again?
In most cases, people ain't gonna be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Most people, you know, and if I had I got an ace, and I'm ready to take this. I got this 392 track hog, and I'm ready. I done did a couple miles to it, and I think I done won a couple street races, and I feel like I want to go party on the track right now. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm glad you talking about cars. You talking about language.
And I know I got a good car. I got a fast car. You feel what I'm saying? It's done. Okay. I done tested it, and everybody telling me all the OG racers like, man, dude got he dangerous. He got a good car. He's somebody to be reckoned with. But I still don't got the experience that it take to really go out there and win on a consistent basis. I'm gonna get beat in that badass car that I like and I love and I know is good. Eventually, somebody gonna knock my head off because I don't know it.
Bet we talking cars. Okay, check this out.
Right.
Hey, is Welsh on here?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. Welsh builds cars, right?
Right.
He's a builder.
Right.
He can build a motor. He can take a car apart and put it back together.
Right. Right.
You just took some information from Welsh, right?
Right.
And you go to the track. You don't have experience at running the track. but you got this monster.
Right.
That Welsh either told you how to build, or he built it himself.
Right.
Welsh can build those cars repeatedly. He
Right.
knows those cars inside and out.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? He knows ratio differences versus weight versus, you know what I'm saying, in the whole nine. So if you were to get, you know what I'm saying, so you having that mean ass track hawk and you taking it to the track, that's a bad boy, and that bad boy can run.
Right.
You might have the formula to try to build that car.
Right.
But Welsh can build trucks. Welsh can build, you know what I'm saying? He can go through the process.
Yeah.
He is a builder.
Right.
Perception breeder. And
Right.
he, you know what I'm saying? I don't follow Welsh like that, but from what Welsh say he got titles under his belt running the track. So
Right.
he's got experience on both sides of the ball. He's
Right.
got experience dealing with different types of cars. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
he knows different types of builds.
Right.
So if I wanted to, if I'm not that, if I just want something that go, and I know what I want, I can go to Welsh and say, hey, Welsh, build me this. Or, hey, Welsh, let me get that from you, man. I've seen that in motion in the whole nine. And he can do it again, and again, and again with different cars.
Hey, man, you're 100%.
That-
You're 100%
Yes.
right. You're 100%
Yes.
right.
But look though. Okay, hey, all right, right quick.
Mhm.
With constant pressure, Kennel said this the thing though, and going
Mhm.
back to the blood versus the breeder, making
Mhm.
it real simple. If and I'm gonna let y'all answer this question. If Big A, if you
Yes, sir.
go buy a puppy off of Gardner's Ray Lewis, if Samurai go buy a dog off of Champion Bruce,
Mhm.
and Supreme go buy a dog off of Hickson Jr. Y'all, and let's say 3 years go past.
Mhm.
You breed the Samurai, and then y'all take something from that, and y'all breed it to Supreme, right? Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all follow me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I see y'all at the hog hunting contest. I see y'all doing y'all thing with all the offsprings. Okay, and I say, well, shit, how much you want for one of them? Let me get that, and say I become successful with it, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Now other people start to see that it's working, and
Yeah.
other people come to you. Now,
Mhm.
you have to have the eye for the performance, correct?
You gotta have an eye for the performance. But let's say you built that car, right? And I get that car from you. I can go and take that car apart. I got the formula for that car. I can go, you know what I'm saying? I can try to repeat it. I can go and try my deal, but I can go get a different car. What's up?
No, you can, but what we looking at again? You and Samurai bred together, then y'all took the offspring. Remember the dogs I mentioned. There's a reason why I'm saying it this way.
Mhm.
And then y'all bred the Supreme. So boom.
Mhm.
So now you got successful offspring on the ground from 3 different litters. And everybody know it's you 3 who did the breeders, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving forward. You successful at the hog hunts. Now you got different people that's wanting to get something off you. Now,
Right.
this is where I always say it's a team sport, but
Yes.
people have to know what to pay attention to, because, and it's the reason why I mentioned those dogs, because at the end of the day, if something goes wrong and people say Supreme got to get rid of his yard, Samurai might have had a family emergency, he had to get rid of his. You might have had a yard accident and lost certain dogs. We know that them dogs is up on Bulldog Hill. So when we say the blood or the breeder,
what I'm taking from this is the breeder built that blood, and it's still out there because the breed. What's up? I mean, that's I could. What's up? I could be wrong.
No. This is the thing though. This is the thing though. And you notice over the past 3 months, a lot of talk about credit been popping up with who gets the credit because a lot of people are not viewing the situation correctly.
Yeah.
Those dogs are still guarding the dogs. No matter if you brought the dog from off of Ray Lewis,
Mhm.
Samurai got one from Bruce, and what's the name? Supreme got one off of Hickson Jr.
Mhm.
Everybody know those dogs are still guarding the dogs. Rather, y'all got three breeders in together. But if something was to happen, everybody know they can still go to Bulldog Hill and get those dogs. So in order to when we say the breeder or the blood, it's still
Both.
more of the blood. Listen, it's still more of the blood if that's not that breeder's family of dogs. If that
Bingo.
if the if that's not that breeder's family of dog, and this is why people are in their feelings with some of the shit I said. If that is not that breeder family of dogs, that is he put it together, but them are not his dogs. You can still go to Gardner and get those same exact dogs. So it's more in the blood that you actually trust in. And some of these people, if you look at their pedigrees, you will agree with me. People saying breeder, but no, brother, it's the blood. Because if you can't get in touch with that breeder, you know you can still go get these dogs from such and such. So it's the blood that you more believing in it. Yes, you have to be around certain good people for to know they're a good breeder, but you got bullshit breeders out here that don't have experience with the blood that they breeding.
Bingo.
And they getting good dogs, but guess what? You can still go get those dogs from the same people and put those same combinations. Shut the fuck, you stupid, and put that same combination together. So that's what I'm saying. People keep talking about breeder, but if that's not his family of dogs, it's the blood. It's not the breeder
But let me
because
ask you this.
it's
Let me ask
not
you this
it's not
though.
his family of dogs.
Let me interject this though. Okay, so you said if we lost those dogs, you could go where to get those dogs though?
The situation I just described.
Hold on,
If you
hear me out, Will. Stall me out on this. So if Supreme, if you, me, and Supreme, if we lost them dogs, you can go to one place guaranteed and get them dogs though, right? And that's Bulldog Hill, and that's the man that put together Bulldog Hill, right? You can get them dogs. But your point is well stated. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, they're intertwined. I don't think there's a right or wrong. I don't think there's a right or wrong.
no, but it is though, because if you notice some of the people who have successful families down from Gardner's blood, that certain people don't even have to go to the hill, depending on your connects and who you know. You know certain dogs that came from Bulldog Hill, it has better versions in other places that people who have 5, 6, 7 generations down from the dog that they bought. Not chasing the name, not chasing names. They have 5, 6, 7 generations down of working dogs from that particular dog. That's
Yes,
when you
sir.
could give that breeder, that particular breeder, the credit and not say Gardner. We know Gardner is in his 8th generation, but everything down is this man's work. That's the difference.
Okay, so
So it's
David Tan should get credit for Grand Champion Yellow.
of course he should. I just said it's a team sport, but we have to know where all the credit should sit sometime. Because again, if certain dogs didn't end up in certain hands, would you be talking about them at the end of the day?
Fair enough.
Yes
Fair
or
enough.
no? Yes or no?
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Look, and I always bring this up. We know Gardner did not create Chinaman. We know this, and I always bring it up. He made Chinaman a household name, though. So if the Chinaman never fucking ended up there, we would not be discussing these Chinaman dogs in the story. So
Right.
if the dog did not end up with a certain camp, it would not be no argument at the end of the day.
But
At the end of the day,
he knew what to do with the dog.
Hey,
he
hey,
knew
Know
what to do with the
exactly how to
dog.
do
hey, look. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I love all y'all with the love of the Lord.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up.
We got 5 minutes
Yeah.
before your show about to start off, man. So look, let me share this with y'all. Welsh, Supreme, Game Breaker, Big A. Y'all go ahead and make y'all plugs around here, man. And then let's get over to the cookout.
Yeah, man. You know what it is. It's your boy Big A, man. You know what it is. We got that digital dog show coming up at the end of the month. And on that day, we got 3 free t-shirt giveaways, man. 3 of them. And we also got some call outs, man. Y'all check that out. And this is the biggest digital dog show as far as the payouts thus far, man. We got over $600 in cash prizes. Man, on that day, we'll have Dog of the Month. So you got to enter your dogs for Dog of the Week, which is coming up on Friday, every Friday, to get it entered for Dog of the Month, man. But other than that, man, you know what it is, man. We about to roll over to Toyo for the cookout. If you ain't a member, I don't know what you're doing, man. Come on, get down, man. Yes, sir.
Brother Game Breaker, brother Supreme, brother Rush. Please go and plug y'all.
Shit, man. Y'all just come over to the cookout, man. I'm heading to the cookout, man.
Man, I gotta go to the cookout. I ain't just no public man, but I like everything going on, man. I gotta continue this great conversation at the cookout, man. Salute everybody, man. I like what y'all doing, man.
Yes, sir.
It got to be something if you got a somebody like me that's wanting to get on here. So you know it's a great thing, man. Salute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, this a forewarning for everybody going to the cookout, man. Y'all better bring some. Hey, y'all better bring some food, man. Y'all better bring some drink or something, because Toyo is not playing, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Toyo ain't playing, man. So y'all bring the wings, bring something, man. Yes, sir.
And they be over there drinking and smoking, so you know it's gonna get loud. You know what I'm saying? Like over here, you know, I live in the gated community, so when y'all come over here, we be quiet, we be humble. You know what I'm saying? But y'all go over there to the projects.
Hey,
tell you, them kids in the projects ain't right.
Check this out. Before we go to the projects, I want to just leave this with everybody, man.
All right.
I could get a dog from Samurai Kennels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Samurai done bred these dogs, and it's a representation of whatever one or two dogs he got.
Mm-hmm.
But when these dogs represent themselves, when they express themselves, they're gonna still express themselves for the dogs that they come off of. You feel what I'm saying? Samurai Yard still gonna be based off of a bloodline of dogs. You feel me?
Yeah.
True that.
That's all I got to say, man. I'm out.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Hold on, man. My brother Constant Pressure came. I'm gonna give you Constant Pressure. We got 3 minutes. Go ahead, bro.
All right, buddy. I wanted to jump in. I just wanted to jump in real fast. Much love, y'all.
Much love.
Man, I think it has everything to do with the standard. You know what I mean? That the breeder holds. You know what I mean? So
bingo, talk your shit, man. Talk your shit.
So yeah, okay, yeah. Tom got these dogs, and we know that Tom got these dogs back because they were doing what they were supposed to do. You know, so that was the reason why he incorporated him into his family of dogs again. You know, so someone who goes over there to Tom and gets dogs from him, buys 2 puppies from him, they might not be held up to the standard, or they might not have possessed the traits just because they're from the family of dogs, you know what I mean? But just because they have the blood, the guy decided to breed them together. So now he's 5 generations in, and he has the same blood that Tom is running over there, but they haven't been held to the same standard. You know what I mean? So that's where you start to lose. That's where you start to lose the credibility of the line right there. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, they're not gonna all be of their blood. So if you go around and you start relying on blood too much, then you'll be embarrassed a whole lot. You know what I mean? So I'd say rely more on the credibility of the breeder. You know what I mean? And his standard. You know, that's just my opinion.
Hey, man. Well stated, man. Well stated, y'all. So, look, man, I'm going to make my part remarks, y'all. Thank you, Constant Pressure. Thank you, Game Breaker. Thank you, Supreme. Thank you, Welsh. Y'all go ahead and start heading over to the cookout, man. I'm about to do my prayer blessing and get everybody over there, man, because I can already see right now I'm going to have to put my earpods in today at work. I can't put my phone on speaker because this conversation about to get live. We appreciate y'all. I'm going to go ahead and move everybody out of here. Y'all start heading over to the cookout.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so here we go. All right, man. So y'all know at the end of my show, I'm gonna do this real quick. At the end of my show, man, I always leave y'all with a prayer and the DO Dog Man chant. I got 1 minute, so I make this real fast. Okay. I do want to say this though. This topic is not bound to Shogun Unlimited. I want to see all the other channels cover this because I want to hear the different perspectives. I don't care how I feel about the channels or how I feel about the people on the channels, man. This is a topic that I think we need to hammer down and really like as a collective. I ain't gonna say a community, but as a collective, we need to find where ground zero is.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Big A, you have anything you need to add, or can I go and pray?
No, man, y'all y'all have been warned. But go ahead, bro.
All right, man. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent, one from another. Amen.
Amen.
For the love of the dogs.
For the love of the game.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Beat drop, slow, head not flow. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with Boogeyman, ghost in the chain, locked in the game, never moved for fame. Old mountain lines run deep in the flame. Sock about the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then came Fat Boy, muscle in the frame. Man, hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but a bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, running straight through the rain. Red Ninja close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sock it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes. Red alert taught us how to recognize signs. Blood heavy like a 2-ton chain. Everything proven, no need to explain. They asked what's in it, that yellow campaign. Built off real, we don't fake no strain. Second with the flame, Michonne lit the wick. If you know, then you know that line too slick. From the field to the show, every move so thick you can't blueprint this. It's the legacy pick. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Second from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breathe for clout, we breathe for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die.